I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I filled it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode. We got my man Dave. What's good, Dave? How you doing?
I'm great, but you know how I gotta start this off. Turn me up. What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. Y'all know how we do Refuse to Lose. Let's get it.
Let's go. And we got a special guest today. We got my man DeVore. What's good?
What's going on? I'm ready to roll. Let's get it.
Let's go. All right, y'all. So before we get started, we got a lot to talk about today. Breaking news today. We got Carl coming on the show, popping off on the first topic. But before we do that, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Also, use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. And Dave, let's talk about those IG chats we have going on.
All right, so IG chats we got NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college basketball, college football, boxing, and the WNBA is mixed in with the NBA. And those chats, we pretty much give you updates on everything that's going on, latest news that's going on in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. We have a baseball episode coming on Wednesday at 8:00, so look out for that. Final Four is the Final Four is set, so we're more than likely going to have a show about the Final Four and the predictions in that, and basically, as my brother would say, the disrespect that UConn has been receiving. So we're going to be talking about some of those things. And just to give you a synopsis on that, John Morant is doubtful for Tuesday. Not sure if anyone knows about that yet, but that's the news that we put out there immediately. So we just give updates on like injuries, local news, whether it's a legal issue, no matter what it is, we put those news out in those. We also have healthy debate in those chats, but the real debates really go on in the Refuse to Lose chat. And in order to be in the Refuse to Lose chat, you got to be in one of those chats, active in one of those chats, and you have to be active in the comment section during the show. Or not even during the show, but just at least comment on some of the stuff that's going on. So if you're active in those and you actually come on the show, you'll be able to get in the Refuse to Lose chat. And there we talk about any and everything. We debate. We have healthy bets going in there. I believe I've had one before. One that I lost, I had to give somebody a Eagles fan a jersey for beating us in the playoffs. So, we do stuff like that. If you want to get into any of those chats, it's on Instagram, only on Instagram. So you can put your IG name in the chat section or follow one of us on IG and let us know what chat you want to be in. If you want to come on the show, then let us know that you want to come on the show. That's the only way you're going to be able to get into the Refuse to Lose chat.
Let's get it. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So we got to kick it off and talk about Lamar Jackson, y'all. Lamar Jackson tweeted, right at the same time where his coach was going and talked to the press, tweeted that he has a trade request to lead the Ravens. So it's not right. It won't be right if we do this segment without my man Carl. We're going to bring Carl in here. What's good, Carl? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm holding on. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm pretty sure I'm doing better than you. That's all I got to say,
I'm all good, Carl. As long as you're good, I'm good.
Good, man. Good.
All right, so look, Carl, talk to us, man. What was your reaction to the trade request?
My reaction to the trade request? I can't say my real reaction on the show because you know what I'm saying. We try to keep it PG, but in all, I was upset. I was hurt. I was, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say I seen this coming because I don't lie to y'all. I didn't see a trade request coming, but I did see bad blood coming. So you know what I'm saying. I was hurt, man. I just feel like we could have avoided this. He deserved to get the money that he wanted, but I also see the other side as the business side of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a business. We're not gonna let one foolish franchise determine no market. So I ain't got too much to say about my reaction because
What's your feedback on it?
Word,
Talk to us about the situation.
Huh?
Just talk to us about the situation. What's your thoughts on it?
Okay, so my thoughts on the situation. I mean, y'all done heard me come on here a million times and say pay Lamar. I feel like he was worth the money he was asking. He was worth the fully guaranteed deal. He's done so much. He was basically 100% of our offense. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating, but it is what it is. Y'all see the difference when Lamar's in there and when Lamar's not in there. Our offense is never the same. It's actually more than doubles our production or around that. He's 41 and 15 or some ridiculous number as a starter with this Raven offense. He went 6-1 as a rookie when we were 4-5, and they made the switch, took us to the playoffs, unanimous MVP, never looked back. Man, it hurts. It hurts. The 5 years that I've had with Lamar in my organization, to see it all dwindle over some money, it hurts. I knew it was coming. Those things were going on in my head when I seen the trade request.
All right.
Is that Tomo playing that?
No, he not here.
Oh, okay, because I had a rebuttal for Tomo, but it's not Tomo. So.
All right, Carl. All right, DeVore, talk to us. So what are your thoughts on the whole trade request?
Honestly, it was expected. There was allegedly there was a guy that was shopping around Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens completely shut it down, which we kind of already knew the trade request was coming, considering the fact they couldn't get the contract negotiation thing done. But again, it goes back to the Cleveland Browns and them offering Deshaun Watson that contract. The fully guaranteed contract was $230 million guaranteed. So unfortunately, Lamar Jackson is the next guy up, and he feels like he's worth more than what Deshaun Watson is getting, considering the situation that's going on with Deshaun Watson. I get it, but at the end of the day, him getting a fully guaranteed contract like that with the durability issue, you only won one playoff game. I'm sorry, but I gotta say, you barely won that one playoff game. If the Titans weren't so stuck on trying to run Derrick Henry when he just came off of an injury and gave the ball to Deontay Foreman, we would be talking about the Tennessee Titans advance instead of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm just saying, but I get it. He has like the best winning percentage for a quarterback that's under 30. So I get it. But at the end of the day, it matters in the playoffs for me.
Hey,
well, y'all know how I feel about Lamar in playoffs. I don't 100% put that on Lamar. You can go look at the film. It's not Lamar's fault.
what?
Go look at drop counters and stuff like that. And them receivers got a lot to do with that too.
Okay. Can I have the light back again for the mic for 1 second again? So the playoff game, the first time y'all played the Titans.
We had 9 drops.
Who threw them 2 picks?
Lamar threw picks, but we had 9 drops. The first pick was a drop by Mark Andrews.
What about the quarterback sneak?
That was a play calling issue.
He could have went forward. It could have got the first down, but he stopped and then went to the left side.
Again, the first pick, Mark Andrews had his hand on the ball, dropped it, interception.
Don't you think it was a little too high?
Still got to catch the ball. Somebody I know called him the best tight end in the league. I disagree wholeheartedly, but somebody I know said that. And Mark Andrews has drop issues. You know what's crazy? Yeah. That game, Hollywood Brown is the one that showed that he ain't had drop issues that game alone. He caught that one-handed pass before halftime, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, see me on. You know how I feel about that game. You know, like when you a quarterback like Lamar caliber, you got to overcome those mistakes. And he threw a pick six at a bad time of that game.
That's the wrong game.
That's the Bill. That was the
That's the
Bills
Bills game.
game. That was the Bills game.
game. Well, you know about that Bills game though. You know, because I know you talk about drops in that game too all the time.
I talk about more than drop. Oh, you want to talk about more than missed
But
field
you know, when you got
goals,
caught up a quarterback, you got to overcome those
bad
those
snaps.
situations. You know, so. But Dave, talk to us.
So I think maybe there's a possibility that this is being overlooked a little bit. Well, not overlooked, but a little bit overhyped, kind of, sort of. Reason why I'm saying is because this request was on March 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
It is now March 27th. That was 25 days ago when he made that request. He didn't make the request just now. It was 25 days ago in the beginning of the month. Also, last week, they were in talks about a contract. Now, of course, they haven't agreed to a contract, but they're still talking about a contract. I will say this, though. This does, I mean, we can kind of sort of say that we saw this coming, though. Tomo called it and said that Lamar should ask for a trade request. And he pretty much did. He asked for a trade request, and because you're not paying the man. Now, I'll say this, though. When it comes to his playoff success and everything else, I mean, at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson is an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the players who got a contract who has nothing that he has. You got Kyler Murray, got a good contract. He hasn't won a playoff game yet. He has a contract before Lamar Jackson. So if Kyler Murray gets one, I believe he deserves one. Daniel Jones only has one playoff win.
Mm-hmm. I think
Is Daniel Jones better than Lamar Jackson? I think not. Russell Wilson just had a terrible year. Yes, I understand that he won a Super Bowl, but we all know that was because he was with the Legion of Boom and Marshawn Lynch. And he was the reason why they lost the Super Bowl against the Patriots, because he threw a pick in the end zone. Now, people put it on Pete Carroll, but as the quarterback, you got to be able to read that defense. You should make a better play. So, and Russell Wilson just got a contract. There are other quarterbacks that you got. Joe Burrow, who's coming out, who's about to get a contract. Justin Herbert's about to come up and get a contract. Right? I believe that Lamar Jackson should have been paid either his MVP year or the year after his MVP year.
Yeah.
He should have been.
I agree.
Ravens, this is really on you. This is on your organization. You have someone that's there, and you've seen what your team looks like without Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carl, I know you said you believe in Snoop as a backup, but you already know for a fact that Snoop is not the answer at quarterback without Lamar Jackson being there. He's a good safety. He's a good safety quarterback. I get that, but at the end of the day, you know, without Lamar Jackson, it's pretty much not going to be able to do anything. So, Steve Bisciotti, you should have gotten this over with, my guy.
EDC. Steve is the owner.
Yeah.
Well,
EDC.
Look, EDC, Steve Bisciotti. Look, this should have been done. Y'all shouldn't have waited this long in order for this to happen. And I understand he's been injured. He's been injured, but like I mentioned his name already. Kyler Murray has been injured as well. He already has his contract, and we already know come October, November, he playing Call of Duty. So he don't even care about the rest of the season. So if these other quarterbacks can get a contract, Lamar Jackson should have been got his. He should have been gotten his contract. So if he gets traded, then he gets traded. But the Ravens messed this up.
No. Okay. So my thing is this. So when it comes to the contract, it's more so about the guarantee money. That's what Lamar's looking at, because they offer him, they negotiated, offer him a contract, but it's about the negotiation deal. Now, from what my knowledge, they haven't offered him more guarantee money than Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson. You know, so and Russell Wilson just came off an injury. You know, people forget he was hurt the year before he got that contract. Kyler Murray has been hurt in the second half of the season every year of his career, for real.
Facts.
You know, so that's that. But first, like when they hit him with the non-exclusive tag, I said that it was a good business move, but it was risky, because the reason why I thought that they took Lamar's kindness for weakness, because Lamar is a team player. He loved Coach Harbaugh. Coach Harbaugh loves him. He want to be with his teammates. He's a football player. So they assume if we hit Lamar with this non-exclusive tag, he's not gonna hold out. Lamar's gonna come out and play. But I don't think they expected Lamar to request a trade. And I think Lamar is playing it so good because when he requested it and the Ravens never leaked it, nobody knew this, right? So Lamar never said that. He sat back. And he let the Ravens throw all this crap in the media about his person trying to shop around and all this stuff. And now he's bringing it out now, basically exposing the Ravens. He's like, fans, this is what, don't believe what's been saying about me. I requested a trade on the 2nd, and it's the 27th. So he's basically exposing the Ravens. And so my thing is this. Lamar is going on 26 years old, all right? Only 3 QBs have a better winning percentage than him. I know you mentioned it, DeVore, right? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Roger Staubach. Only players in NBA in NFL history, right? Him, Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers are the only current MVPs on the roster right now. And this dude, like I said, he's 26 years. He about to be 26. He should have got his extension when he got the MVP. This wouldn't even be an issue. If they would have given him this extension, we got the MVP, it won't be no guaranteed money he's talking about. It's not his fault. Once again, Deshaun Watson got that contract. It's the NFL's fault. So that's that. Now, John Harbaugh, I talked to my pops, right? Carl, you know my dad's he's a Ravens fan like you, right? And he loves Lamar. My dad loves Lamar. I talked to him earlier. He made a great point. He said John Harbaugh should have more say-so on the whole situation.
I agree.
He said what?
I agree.
This dude been here for 15 years. Only had 2 losing seasons. We praise Mike Tomlin for not having a losing season. He only had 2 of them. Right? And you know what he had Bill Roethlisberger until Lamar got there. I mean, he had Joe Flacco, but you know what I'm saying.
Got a ring. Got a ring. Got one of these.
Got a ring. I was gonna mention that. Got a ring. Or only 4 years without a top 10 defense, only 7 without a top 3 defense. I mean, why doesn't he have some type of say-so? Why can't John Harbaugh go in the office and talk to Steve Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta and say, we need Lamar. What is he asking for? Pay him. Why can't he do that? All right, so
it's me.
That's a problem right there to me. That's a problem.
Also, I got to say this too. There was a lot of things saying that Lamar wanted a fully guaranteed contract. From what I've heard, he does not want a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants more guaranteed money than what Kyler Murray and those other quarterbacks are getting.
Now, Dave, Adam Schefter reported that he said that he heard somebody told him that, but he's not going to run with it. He said it's out there, but unless I hear from Lamar, I'm not going. He just want to clear it out. He said, unless I hear from Lamar, I don't want to write it in stone. But somebody came to him and said he would take a fully guaranteed contract.
Oh, my bad. Can I also throw something out there? People talk about Lamar injuries like the Ravens don't have injury issues in general. And the Ravens players haven't come out and said that the strength and conditioning coach is the reason why players are getting hurt. So it's not a Lamar issue. It's a Baltimore Ravens issue, and it can be fixed if they fire people within. So it's not, Lamar's we can't trust Lamar. No, you can't trust the staff. And y'all not talking about the staff. Y'all want to talk about Lamar, but Lamar been hurt. Marlo been going in and out of the lineup. Marcus Peters been hurt. Ronnie Stanley is always hurt. Rashad Bateman got hurt again. He was healthy in college, got hurt in training camp. Has been hurt every year. But it's not Lamar. It's the Ravens because of the organization within. Like I said, Matthew Judon came out and said something about it. Carl Davis, a former Ravens first or second round pick from Iowa, came out and said something about it. We had an outside linebacker that used to play for the Ravens come out and say something about it. Bro, it's not Lamar.
Can I chime real quick?
Yeah. I had a feeling about chime. I can see your face.
I want to rewind this back to the general manager thing with Steve Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta and the former general manager Ozzie Newsome. Nobody had a problem with Ozzie Newsome running the team, so I'm not exactly sold on Harbaugh having more say because everything's been good until now. So there's definitely something going on with Lamar that's not being stated to the public. Maybe it be the no agent thing, maybe a problem, but I can't sit here and be like, nah, Harbaugh, you deserve more power when everything has been good until this point.
Well, then Mosley to get a contract and he has no agent?
Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith has got a contract. He has no agent, so I don't think that's an issue.
No, here's the thing. This is different from the Ravens. Carl mentioned this. They never had a situation like this with a quarterback.
Offensive player in general.
Had a franchise quarterback for real. I mean, Joe Flacco. I mean, he's not Lamar. He's an
they paid him. What they pay him
after a Super Bowl. But you gotta think they didn't pay him until his last year of the contract, and he won a Super Bowl on his last year.
Made him the highest paid in the NFL, though. He set the market.
He got a Super Bowl. That's why
he set the market, though.
Yeah, because he got a ring. If Joe Flacco don't win that ring, he don't get that amount of money.
But Joe Flacco
Right.
ain't Lamar though. Are we really
Yeah,
comparing Joe Flacco
and
to
that's the
Lamar?
thing.
Lamar Jackson's an MVP quarterback. Like their whole team revolves around Lamar. Joe Flacco team revolves around that defense. They
And not
like
only
Joe
that,
Flacco.
oh my bad, go ahead,
Go
Joe.
ahead, what?
I was about to say Joe Flacco had weapons like Anquan Bolden, Torrey
Yep.
Smith.
Yep.
We had Dennis Pitt at tight end. We had
Don't
Ray
forget-
Rice at running back.
Don't forget the other wide receiver that you had, Jacoby. Don't forget about him.
Man, he's a
I'm not gonna let you have that.
Hey,
he's a
still,
return
he
man.
was.
He
He was
caught
still
that
tough,
pass.
though.
He caught the Mile Miracle, the little touchdown, the Hail Mary throw, but he's not a threat at receiver more so than as a return guy.
I'm
He's
just
more
saying
than
he was a
he's
threat as
now.
a player.
And he's Dave. I can't agree with you on that. He's a return guy more so than a receiver.
Yeah, he's just like your boy. We got right now. Who's our return receiver? What's his name?
Devin Duvernay.
Duvernay. That's
Yeah.
Duvernay.
Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
right there.
But Flacco had weapons. Lamar got Mark Andrews, and I mean, like I said, Mark Andrews got drop problems too. They know I be on Mark Andrews' head. So yeah, and plus again, we've never had an offensive guy this talented in our franchise history. Yeah, our franchise history is on like 25 years or so, but still, we've never had a guy that's good on offense. Defensively, we had guys obviously like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, cool. It's different when you got a quarterback because that's like the highest paid position on the team. So to navigate through this for the first time is different. Ozzie never had to go through this.
That's true.
Now, can I say one more thing?
Yeah,
Because
I guess we're gonna roll out. But
I got you. So I want to take this back to the receiver thing. This offense is not built to have $100 million receiver catching passes when Lamar's running the ball 22 times a game. That's not happening. So y'all gonna have to build that through the draft as long as Lamar's gonna be your quarterback. So everybody that leaves comments in the chat saying they need a receiver, I'm sorry. They're not going to invest in a receiver where he's not going to throw in the ball 100 balls a year.
But nobody's saying get $100 million receiving, but we saying better than what we have. We out here getting guys like Dez Bryant, Deshaun Jackson, well beyond their time. Like we can't get better.
But look, I get what DeWar's saying because don't forget Hollywood Brown left because he felt like he couldn't flourish in that offense.
He also dropped 3 touchdowns against the Lions.
I get it, but he left because of that reason though. Like he actually walked away from that situation and said, I cannot maximize my wide receiver ability as a Raven. So
I can't maximize my wide receiver ability by dropping the football.
Yeah, so people see that, but Greg Roman is gone now, and they got a new offensive coordinator. They're supposed to be more of a not pass heavy, but
yeah,
I get so more in the pocket kind of. Yeah, look.
Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry. Get Hollywood out of here, bro. He dropped the first down against the Steelers with Snoop. He dropped the touchdown against the Steelers. He dropped 3 touchdowns against the Lions, bro. Get Hollywood out of here. I just said good riddance. I was shocked. We got a first round for bro. Yeah. And then hold on. He got hurt in Arizona.
Yeah, he did. And he came out early too, though. He came out early. I give him props for that. But Carl, this story gonna be developing like crazy, so we're gonna get you back on every time we talk about it. All right. All right.
My bad. You want me to give some last words?
Oh no, I was gonna say I think I hit you with the all right. Thanks for having me. Somebody.
Okay, cool. First of all, I just want to throw one more thing
out
there. Hey, look.
My bad. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Lamar requested to get paid, didn't he? Is he paid? No. So he can request to get traded all you want. You still a Raven until you get traded. So all y'all is over. It's over. You're at the bottom of the division. Until Lamar's gone, the fat lady ain't sing. So I got hope, and we fighting for my boy. But as always,
you better email Steve.
Huh?
And EDC. Send an email to the Ravens organization.
You said what?
Send an email to the organization.
No. I was joking when I was talking about that DM thing. I pretend never. But as always, appreciate y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all continue to have a great show today. And yeah.
Let's get it. All right, stay safe.
Yep, you too.
All right, y'all. Let's move on to our next topic. We got to talk about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons showed up, forced himself out of Philly, started off with an injury. Posted came back in the season, didn't finish it because it's an injury. Started this season, and out the lineup, and now he's shut down again with another back injury. And they talking about it might be the same situation. So, DeVore, we're going to kick it off with you. All right. Now, what are your thoughts on this whole Ben Simmons being shut down situation?
This is very personal for me. because I was rooting for Ben Simmons to come back and show the NBA world that he still got it. And unfortunately, during his tenure with the New York Nets, it has been very, very disappointing. At this point in his career, he has been very unplayable at this point. And I think at this it's best for the Brooklyn Nets now that he's not playing, because I believe they had him listed as like the third center, and he can't run with the starters, even if he was healthy, unless you was to take Claxton out. But I like Claxton as a center. So it's the average of what 6.9 points a game. Like it's just all he does is just dribble the ball up to the
Hey, Dave, I knew it was coming.
all he does is dribble the ball up the court, pass the ball, screen, sits there for a minute, and then lets everybody else score. Like it's like at the point where it's irrelevant. But him making what $35 million this year, and then for the next 2 seasons gonna be making 78.2. Like, I hate to say it, but that's just like utter robbery at this point. Like the 76ers are laughing right now at this trade. Like, it's ridiculous. So it's unfortunate that we don't get to see the defensive prowess of Ben Simmons in the playoffs, because it would have been a nice matchup to see them face off against the 76ers, because that's what it was looking like it was going to line up to. But it's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate.
Hey,
Ben Simmons.
You're done, son.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Ben Simmons, look, just give it up, my guy. Just give it up. I'm sorry. I was rooting for you simply because of your mental health. That's why I was rooting for you, simply because of your mental health. Mental health is serious to me, and I plan to open up a mental health business for the African American community. That's my thing about that. But I mean, you had the opportunity to come back and play, and you have yet to pretty much look like how you did when you put up, was it 40 against Rudy Gobert? You ain't looked the same since, my guy. I can't put you in the doghouse because, I mean, you just done. You just done. Ben Simmons, I mean, are we really surprised that he's on another injury vacation, pretty much?
dang.
I mean, he was out when he first got traded to Brooklyn. He didn't come and play. It's just it is what it is. He's not really going to be able to do much. I think it's pretty much it for him. I'm not sure if he's ever going to be able to get back to what he used to be. Just as a dominant down low player, to be able to drive the ball from one end of the court to the other, and to be as great defensively as he is, because now it seems like he's a liability on defense. And he hasn't been rebounding well. He's always been a good rebounder and a defender and a passer. He still has the ability to pass, but he's just not what he used to be. Whether it's the injuries or him mentally, I don't think he's there anymore. I think he may just, if he's not there mentally, I don't see why he don't just give it up. If you're not there mentally, just retire. Just let it go. Because at the end of the day, you're ruining your own life because you're doing something that you're not happy with doing, something that's messing with you mentally, because you can't really get yourself up to be able to go out there and play. It's like Joe, that'd be like you working at McDonald's and you know you're not happy there. You just mentally checked out. You mentally checked out. There's no point in staying there if you
And
mentally
he sucks at making lattes.
I mean, if I'm getting paid $70 million,
$70 million is different. $70 million is different. But what I'm saying is, if you're doing something that the money's not worth it, like you're working in a sweatshop or something like that, and it's not worth it at all. You mentally checked out. If you mentally checked out, just go home, man. Go home. Go find something else to do. Find another career path. You've made a lot of money in the NBA. You can invest in a lot of things. There are other things you can do, but NBA may not just be for you anymore.
Look at this comment. Ben Simmons been injured my daughter her whole life. She about to start kindergarten. Come on, man. Listen, man.
Stop the cap.
Come on. Like we just saw him in the playoffs a few years ago. But look, the reason why this is so bad because he looked bad when he played. Because Zion is hurt every year too, but ain't nobody telling him to quit. It's just that he looked bad when he plays. When I see Ben Simmons, I just want to be like, you ain't the real Ben. You ain't Ben Simmons. You just a wannabe. You don't even belong here. Be gone. Get out of here, wannabe. You ever see Space Jam? That's what he looked like. Charles Barkley, he went to the court and tried to play with them kids, got a shot block. That's Ben Simmons right now.
Facts.
He don't look like he don't look like himself right now. So what happened to him? His rookie year, 16-8-8. Every year after that, 16-8-8, 16-8-8, 16-8-8. Right there should have told me something's up. This dude is not even growing. Like normally you take some type of leap. Every superstar takes a leap from the first year to the second year, from the second year to the third year. He's been the same player since he's been in the league. And now I can't even recognize him. So, and then especially when you're playing as a Joel Embiid, who's going through all these injuries, but we see his development by the year. By the year, Joel Embiid is getting better. Look at Markelle Fultz. I saw a post on IG. It said, once upon a time, we thought Markelle Fultz should have been quitting basketball and Ben Simmons about to be on the rise. Now it's the other way around. We see Ben Simmons on the way out, and Markelle Fultz is on the rise right now. So it's a sad scene. I was a big Ben Simmons fan when he first came to the league, but I don't know, man. I mean, he forced his way out of Philly, and then now this is going on. Like I said, it's only bad because he looks bad on the court. Because if he was just getting injured while looking going to court, we won't be on him like we are right now. But he's not worth the money they're paying him right now. And like you said, Philly, man, Daryl Morey over there laughing like crazy. James Harden and Joel Embiid. The Jay-Z and Kanye West. That's what they're doing right now. So, hey, Ben Simmons, like they said,
You're done, son.
All right. Let's go to the next topic. So, Dave, this one is for you, my man. All right. So, 49ers fan, we all know our situation. Brock Purdy hurt his elbow in the playoffs. Said, I can't throw the ball no more, coach. Trey Lance get hurt. Second game of the season, right? Second game of the season. On the quarterback draw at the middle. Something you hate, David. So, John Lynch came out and said that Brock Purdy earned the right to be number one right now. So, do you agree with that or not, Dave? Talk to us.
I said this after the playoffs. I said he's earned the ability to be quarterback number one. That's barring injury. I mean, and right now he's out for 6 months. He just had his surgery February 22nd, I believe. He literally just had surgery. So he's really trying to the thing is right now, when he comes back, he's the best quarterback on the team right now. Now, I understand that Trey Lance hasn't had the opportunity to play. And I want him to have the opportunity to prove that he can play. Simply because of where he was drafted, and I think that he's good enough. I've seen what he did in the offseason, so I know how good he can be. It just hasn't come to fruition on the field. Mainly because he's been injured. Because remember, his rookie year, he had messed up his thumb. He played in a couple of games, and that was pretty much it. I mean, he wasn't starting. Jimmy Garoppolo was a starter, but he played in a few games and got in a couple snaps. Then last year, played in the monsoon in the first week of the season against the Bears. And then the second week, as they were driving the ball, like you said, Joe, the play I still don't understand to this day. Kyle Shanahan calls a play to have him run up the middle. And he did it in like back-to-back plays. And I'm like, look, he's not Cam. He's not Josh Allen. He's not built like that. I don't understand why you're driving him, and you're going to cause an injury for that. And that's exactly what happened. He got injured for the rest of the year. Now, he was injured, but now he's actually throwing and everything right now with other receivers. So he's prepared to play. So right now, when the offseason starts, he's going to be QB1 because Brock Purdy is not going to be there only because of injury. But based on the play and based on how the team played last year, Brock Purdy should be the quarterback. I said this at the end of the season. I said this before the season ended. that the way Brock Purdy is played, he should be the quarterback. There's no reason to give it to Trey Lance. I understand he was drafted 3rd overall. I understand what the capital you gave up for him, but we go based off of what you play. Whoever played well, you give them the opportunity to be the quarterback. Brock Purdy came in as the 3rd string after Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt and took us on an 8-game win streak. Won his first 2 playoff games, and then he got hurt against the Eagles, and that was it. So Brock Purdy should be. There's no reason to, like Carl said, no reason to take the political route. He's the quarterback. He played well, so he should have it. Now it all depends on how the preseason stops. If he gets injured again, then of course Trey Lance is going to be in. But right now it's Brock Purdy.
I think he should be QB1. I don't think Brock Purdy is better though. I'm not going to go there. I've been saying that all last year. He's a product of Kyle Shanahan's offense. And then he walked in with Chris McCaffrey as his on the backfield. So, I mean, you got Chris McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Kyle Shanahan calling plays, Trent Williams on the offensive line with the number 1 defense. I mean, you better be good. Talking about you better be good. So I think Trey Lance, like I said, he has something that Brock Purdy doesn't have: speed. He has he's a running quarterback. So. But I do think Brock Purdy earned the right to be QB1 going into camp, but it should be a competition all the way. It should be a competition. It should be an opportunity for Trey Lance to get the spot. If Trey Lance look well, and then this might be a blessing my bad, Dave. It might be a blessing in disguise for Trey Lance, because instead of giving it, first of all, you got traded. They traded up to come get you, so that's a privileged thing right there. And then you were already told next year you're going to be starting no matter what happens. And that's what happened. He started. Brock Purdy came in, same draft as you. Boom. Did well, right? So now Trey Lance humble himself, and he has to re-earn his spot. And maybe that will help him get pushed during the offseason to be a better quarterback this year. So I like it. I like that John Lynch did say that, though.
Yeah.
The boy. Okay, Lamar.
I want to scale this back a few years. The 49ers had to be the stupidest team to trade the Miami Dolphins, my team, for the 3rd overall pick just to get Trey Lance. I did not agree with that. I thought they was going to go out and get Justin Fields, because Justin Fields was in the Shanahan quarterback camp, and that was a whole big thing. So everybody was thinking they was going to go in that direction. Now, the thing is with Trey Lance that I have an issue with is the fact that he's only played 1 complete season at North Dakota State. So the inexperience is definitely there. Now, as far as the situation with the Brock Purdy, if he should be the starter, I don't think so. I think he should go into training camp and let it be an open competition to see who can win the job. I don't. As far as like the politics thing, Trey Lance is the first round pick. Excuse me, the first round pick. So obviously, rights is definitely going to go to him. But we're going to go ahead and go with the quarterback competition. But Brock Purdy did show me some things during the course of the season last year. He only had like 1 loss. He was like 8-1 last year. I strongly believe the 49ers could have beat the Eagles if he didn't get hurt, to be honest with you. But it's got to be an open competition. I don't believe that they're going to hand the keys to Brock Purdy. But at the same time, I think that Trey Lance does have a higher ceiling than Brock Purdy. I'm having like a comparison of Brock Purdy to Taylor Heineke, if we're being honest with each other. But yeah, Trey Lance definitely has the higher ceiling, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I disagree with that at all. I mean, look at, for one, and I'll tell you why he was drafted. I didn't agree with us drafting him that high. I think I felt like if we were going to draft Trey Lance, we could have stayed where we were and drafted him there. We had the 12th overall pick that season. We could have drafted him there and still kept our picks. If we were going to draft him, we should have did that. The reason why we traded up to number 3 pick is because Kyle Shanahan was trying to see if the Patriots were going to try to trade up to try to get Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why he did that. Now, I thought it was stupid. I still think it was stupid. I don't understand why you did that. This is Bill Belichick. When has he ever traded up for a quarterback? When has he ever traded up for a high pick? Maybe 1 or 2 times in his entire coaching career with the Patriots. But I don't understand why Kyle Shanahan thought that was the smart thing to do. Now, So when I said that Brock Purdy was better, I'm just talking about as in how he played last year. Not saying overall he's the better quarterback between the two. I think Trey's better. But based off of how he played better than what Trey did when he played, even though he only played in 2 games, starting as the quarterback. Now, what I believe, and I also said this too last year. I said I believe that Trey Lance is going to be started. He's going to be QB1 during the offseason because Trey Lance is not going to be because Purdy's not going to be ready, and that there should be an open competition. Now, I don't think what John Lynch said that there's not going to be a competition, but I think what he said was that Brock Purdy is going to be QB1, but Trey Lance still has an opportunity to play. Now, Trey Lance is not on the trade block for one, but they are open to see if anyone's going to trade for him. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think anybody's going to trade for Trey Lance unless it's maybe a 3rd or 4th overall pick. I mean, 3rd or 4th round pick. No one's going to trade a 1st round pick for Trey Lance because he's unproven. And about him not being able to play, only playing a few games, it was a COVID season. And because of his program, they didn't play. They only played in 1 game that COVID year. So that wasn't his fault that he couldn't play in a whole nother season. He was prepared to play another season, but he just couldn't because of the COVID season because the program didn't want them to play. So that's not on him. I understand the experience, but he would have had more experience if it wasn't for that COVID
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody's saying I like Purdy, man, but Purdy worked the system and he looked better because he played in a better team. That's how I look at it. Like, think about it. When Trey Lance's first game, the weather conditions was terrible in Chicago.
It was a monsoon there, man.
Huh?
It was a monsoon. It was
Yeah.
raining crazy. The conditions were terrible.
And it was the first game of the season. That's up in the air already. And then the second game got hurt. So, but now with Christian McCaffrey, with his dual threat abilities, Debo, dual threat abilities, Brandon, you got there, Travis Kelce, George Kittle. I mean, they got weapons with the defense. And y'all adding pieces on defense. Like, come on, man. Like, Trey Lance, I think that he will win out the job and he'll eventually be QB1 when the season starts. So, but I'm pretty sure we're going to talk more about that as the all season goes.
I'm okay with either one being quarterback. I just want,
As long as you win.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to win. That's it.
That's good though. You got a quarterback problem is actually good. It's actually a good problem.
We've had that for like the last 3 years. I don't want that anymore.
For the wrong reasons though. Like
Exactly.
Jimmy G, come on, like. All right.
Lamar said Jimmy G was better.
Hey, we should do some potential trade partners because DeVore, Miami. I mean, I need to hit up Baltimore and see what's up with Lamar.
At this point, since they got the 5th-year option on Tua, that kind of went out the window. But I'll take anybody. Huh?
They can trade Tua.
They could, but I don't see them doing it now that they pick up the 5th-year option. I'll take anybody over Tua at this point.
I don't see anybody giving up a lot for Tua either, simply because of what happened last year with his concussions.
Well, it's not a lot. It's just he'll be part of the package.
I'll give him Tua in a 3rd.
Yeah, he's gonna probably want more than that.
Yeah, they're not gonna take a
3rd. For Trey Lance, I'm taking up the 3rd.
No, he's talking about Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Lamar? Oh, yeah. Nah, you going to the 2nd, the highest I'm giving you.
That's they don't draft capital. They did trade it first. But you know who got the draft capital and who got the money? Detroit Lions. Go get Lamar, Detroit.
We'll have draft capital after the draft this year.
Yeah, we'll have our 1st round pick.
Right now. It's not Roquan. It's on one right now. All right, let's go to the next topic. So this was requested by Dave. They hit us up on Friday. Hey, I want to talk about this on Monday. All right. I said, you got it, bro. You got it. Jaylen Brown. Man, it's been a lot of this talk about Jaylen Brown, man, potentially leaving Boston. He made comments, but he also came out yesterday and said his comments were taken the wrong way. He said that yesterday. But there's been some drama about him in Boston being in multiple trades and all that stuff. Dave, you requested it. Should Jaylen Brown leave Boston?
Yes, he should. Leave. Get out of Boston while you can, man. Look at how they treated you the last few seasons, man. They've been trying to get you out the door. In every trade package, they've included you, not Jason Tatum. What does that say? What does that say about you? What does that say about the team? They don't want you. They don't want you, JB. They don't think you that guy. I think you've proven it multiple times. I mean, look at what you did to us last year in the playoffs. I'm a Miami Heat fan. There was a game where you pretty much took over. Now I understand that you and JT have had turnover problems, but both of y'all have improved this year from what y'all did last year. And more times than that, and more so seems like you the dog. It seems like you the one that wants to take over. Now I love JT. He came from Duke, so I have a different kind of feeling for him. But I also think that you that guy. Just leave. There's no point in you staying there when they've been trying to get rid of you. They tried to get rid of you when it came to KD. And then last year when before y'all got hot, they tried to say that neither one of y'all were good and they were trying to split them, but they wanted to keep JT and trade you. So why would you stay? I would leave. If I have the opportunity to leave and go be the best player on the team, or even the second best player on another team, and got a chance to win, I'm gone. I'm gone. Boston has tried to get rid of you twice. That's too many times for me. Just go ahead and leave. Go get your money somewhere else. Somebody's gonna pay you. They see how you play. You're a great player. You made the All-Star team this year. Come on, we know how good you are. Just leave. Leave Boston. Plus, I'll be happy that you leave Boston because I don't like Boston. So go ahead.
DeVore, talk to us.
I'm with Dave 1,000%. You have been in multiple trade packages over the last 3 years. The most recent one was the Kevin Durant one, and you playing second fiddle to Jason Tatum. Now, when it comes down to it, he's proven that he could be a star in this league. I think Washington should be knocking on the door for that one, honestly. You add Bradley Beal to that package.
I would love that.
Yeah, so I'm with Dave 1,000%. I don't even think I need to say anymore. Like, I'm with him 1,000.
Woo! Wow, I wasn't expecting y'all both to go agree like that. Okay, so look, it all depends on what he wants. Obviously, right? What he wants. Do he want to win? Stay with Boston if you want to win. All right, you want to make as much money as possible. Guess what? Boston's willing to pay you the max. Stay in Boston, and you can get the super max if you make All NBA and see what happens. All right. So does he want to win? Do he want to make the money? Does he want to play in a big market? Stay in Boston. It's a big market. The only way I see him leaving if he wants to be the man, his ego. I mean, you got put in 2 trades. I mean, who the heck? I mean, they trying to get KD. What you mad for? Like, I mean, they trying to improve their team. It wasn't like
in the Ben Simmons trade too.
Yeah, okay, but was Jaylen Brown playing this well then, though, at that time? Was he playing this well? He wasn't. He wasn't playing this well.
He's playing this well now and they still trying to get rid of him, Joe. That's all I'm saying.
You said what?
He playing this well now and they still trying to get rid of him. So I would leave.
No, now he's playing well. But in the all season, he wasn't playing like this last year. Last year was a good year for him. But you got opportunity to get KD? I mean, it's Kevin Durant we're talking about. I mean, you gotta understand that it's business at the end of the day. It's not personal. So, but at the end of the day, right? They are willing to pay this man. And why would he leave if he could make the same amount of money as he can make somewhere else? Probably more here, because if you get traded, if you get traded, you can actually still get the super max. But if you actually don't sign here and go somewhere else, you can't get the super max. But think about it, y'all. You have a young coach in Missoula who's going to be there for years to come. You have a young core, a starting five, young core where you got Robert Williams, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. Your bench is young. Huh? Marcus Smart, yeah.
He's done.
He's done.
I wasn't expecting to hear that.
Marcus Smart is equivalent to Draymond. He's that guy that's gonna keep everything together. All right, Marcus Smart. Then you got Michael Brogdon, who's young. You got Derek White, who's young. I mean, Grant Williams, who might be gone this offseason, but he's young. Y'all core is young. So you have it's like they got a potential dynasty going on right now. Think about it. They all young. It's a potential dynasty right there. So why would you leave that? Because, oh my God, they're trying to trade me for KD. I mean, it's Kevin Durant. Why are you upset about that? I mean, you got to understand it. Sorry. They're trying to get better. But I promise you, he's not going to be in no more trade talks going forward. He took another leap. Maybe that actually boosts his energy to actually get better this year. And he's having this type of all-star type year, averaging 27 points a game. So I think he should stay at the end of the day.
Hey, I say go. Hey, Jalen. Hey, Jalen, just roll out, guy. Just go ahead and keep it going, my guy.
Quick question.
Tell the Celtics. Just tell the
You're
Celtics.
done, son.
That's it. Just tell them.
So real quick, for him to get the Supermax, he has to be first team All NBA. He's been playing. I've been seeing him a lot at the forward position. So is he first team All NBA?
No, he a guard.
But he's been playing the 3 a lot, the 3 and the 4 a lot.
Yeah, but I think I got him listed as a guard though. Yeah, I think I got him listed.
Okay, let's play the guard thing. So is he first team All NBA at guard?
Nah.
He ain't getting the Supermax.
Yeah, I mean, you think if he leaves, he's gonna be first team All NBA? No.
He'll be first team All NBA on a different team.
No, he's not. I'm sorry, Jenna Brown. I like you. You know what I mean? I want you to be a king and all that, but nah, you got people like Steph Curry, Ja Morant. You got people like because these guys are Ja Morant is the best player on the number 2 seed team. So your numbers and your seeding matters a lot. Then you got people like Luka. You know what I mean? So and then with the forwards, I mean, you got Giannis, KD, Tatum, who is his running mate. You know, like Tatum is better than Brown. So I don't think he's going to get All NBA first team. So he won't be able to get the Supermax. But he will. They are willing to give him the max though. They said that they're willing to give him the max. So he should stay. I mean, you got a big ego. You don't want to win a bunch of rings. Go leave.
Leave, JB. Leave.
If you don't want me, I'm leaving.
Exactly. You don't want me, so I'll go.
I went my man Tay. He said, if we wanted to trade you for Stephen A, would you be mad?
It's just All NBA. Okay, All NBA. If not his first team. All NBA. Somebody said that. Okay, so Joe, you won't be mad if he try to trade you for Stephen A. First of all, this is not a place I can get traded. Let's start there.
I mean, he is right. I mean, this is his channel, so he can't get traded.
First of all,
unless he trade himself.
Hey, look, Stephen A, respect you, but at the end of the day, he works for ESPN. All right, it's a difference. I don't work for Refuse to Lose. All right,
facts. There you go.
Listen, you can't trade. The Bus back then. You can't trade Bus. The Lakers owner. Matter of fact, I'm a Kings fan. You can't trade Vivek for a player. He owns the Sacramento Kings. He's the one that's doing the trading. He's doing the negotiation. So I'm sorry, Stephen A. You make more money than us, but we own the rights over here. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so next topic. Hey, shout out to my man Jamal. Turned 40 today. Haslam year. Speaking of Haslam,
wow.
Miami Heat, David. Miami Heat, man. What's going on? What's going on, David? I mean, y'all playing hopscotch with games. Y'all look good on game. Talk to me, man. Y'all back in the play-in. I mean, what's up? Are y'all going to stay in the play-in? Are y'all going to finish the top 6 seed? Talk to me.
Man, look, I told you I don't know. I have no idea. This team is so inconsistent. I don't know what to expect on the night. There's a night where we play against a good team and we beat them, and there's a night where we play against the Hornets and we get beat by 25. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with this team, man. They play too inconsistent. I don't know what's up. The only thing I can say that's been an improvement is our 3-point shooting. Our 3-point shooting has gotten better since we traded for Kevin Love. That hasn't but that hasn't amounted to wins. So that really doesn't mean much to me. We didn't make the moves to be able to make some noise in the playoffs, or to be able to say we solidify ourselves as a top 5, top 6 seed in the East. We didn't make anything to make it seem like, okay, we want to make sure we go do something. Trading for Kevin Love was cool. It was all right. You feel the need. Same thing I said then. We feel the need, but we got players on the team who need to be gone.
Bruh.
Kyle Lowry should have been traded, but Pat Riley had to take a nap at the trade deadline, so he ain't wake up in time to be able to make that trade. Then we went and traded Dwayne Dedmon for a 2nd-round pick to the Spurs, and we didn't replace him. technically, if you think about it, we replaced him with Kevin Love. Kevin Love is not known for defense. That's what Dwayne Dedmon was known for. He was known for defense and rebounding. Now, that's not to say he was a great rebounder, but he was good enough to help out sometimes. Now we don't have that. And then the other guy, the young guy Yurtseven, he's playing in the G League right now, so he's not helping us. Also, as the comments have said, and as you just said, Haslam year, we got Udonis Haslam still on the team.
Getting cooked by Tatum.
He's on the roster. For what reason, I don't understand. And he's sitting on the sideline upset that we down 29. Sir, you ain't doing nothing to help us out. You ain't been good since the last championship we won.
Mm.
And were you really good then? I mean, you were nice. You were okay. When have you ever really been good? There's somebody like, oh yeah, I got to get Haslam on my team. You were never that player. You good. You fit well in Miami, which is why you've been there for 20 years. You shouldn't have been there for 20 years, but you have been. You should have been a coach after that. That's where you fit. I understand that we have some things going on, but you could be a coach. There's no reason for you to be on the roster when we could have given that. I'm going to say this over and over again. We could have given that roster spot to DeMarcus Cousins or Dwight Howard or somebody, another big man that can help out with rebounding, at least in defense. You can't do neither. You 6'6", 6'6", 6'7". I don't know what Pat Riley was thinking about giving you another contract and allow you to come back for another season. You're not Kobe. You're not D Wade. You don't deserve this farewell tour. I'm sorry, you don't. You're not this great player. I understand what you did for Miami. You know, you were there for all 3 championship teams. I get it. And I appreciate everything you did. You were definitely a great role player from when you helped us out. I understand that. But you were nothing more than that, a role player.
Dang.
Yes, you got everything else as far as the leadership and all that, and I appreciate the leadership. We need the leadership in the locker room, but you don't need to be on the roster to be a leader on the team. You're not out there hustling and busting. You're not out there getting rebounds. You're not out there getting steals. I still remember the playoffs. You came in just to argue, just to foul somebody, just to do that. That's it. Yes, no, I didn't forget he's from Miami. I know he's from Miami. I get that. I understand he's from Miami. He's Mr. 305. I get it. But just remember this. Just remember this. You've been such a good player for Miami that they're naming the bench after you after this season. The bench is now considered the Udonis Haslam section. That's how much you sat on the bench for us the last few years. Like I said, Haslam. At the end, I understand I'm not giving you. I'm talking bad about you being on the roster, but I love you at the end of the day. I love what you did for us from when you got us those 3 rings. I love the leadership and everything, but my guy, you don't need to be on the roster. That's a roster spot we could have given somebody else who deserves it. Even if it wasn't them, there's a young player out there who's not getting the opportunity to play who could have had the opportunity, but you are just on the roster. You're just sitting on the bench doing nothing. So that's my spiel. What we gonna do? I don't know. Whatever happens at this point.
I didn't know it was a question about y'all playing or playoffs atmosphere or Udonis Haslam.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, man, this turned into a Udonis Haslam topic real quick.
All right, go ahead, Devon.
Now, in response to the Udonis Haslam thing, personally, I feel like you calling him a role player is a little bit overstating it. Like he barely plays. Like you might as well just go ahead and give him a player development job, a job that you just make up for the Miami Heat bench and just show up in street clothes because that's what you do, to be honest with you. Right. But when you talk about the Miami Heat personally, I agree with Dave. They should have got rid of Kyle Lowry before the trade deadline. Like he's hurt and he's out of shape. Let's be real. He's always out of shape. Like you should have dealt him as doing something with him. Like, but he's just not helping the team. Now, here's where I would be like, don't sleep on the Miami Heat because the Miami Heat are one of these teams that like to hang around, and they're probably like one of the last teams I want to end up facing in the playoffs because they have like a switch where they could just turn it on. Mm-hmm. And like again, I just be afraid to see in the Miami Heat in the playoffs. So I'm praying that somehow y'all can fall out of the play-in.
Yeah, we're not going to fall out of the play-in. That's not going to happen. We're not going to fall out of the play-in. But to 6-7, I don't know if we're going to be 6 or 7. I don't know.
Hold on, DeVore, what team you like?
I just watched the NBA. I don't.
Oh,
have
okay.
I'm done. I'm done with the Wizards. When they traded
yeah.
John Wall and gave Bradley the Supermax, I said, oh, no more rooting for basketball teams anymore.
John Wall's making $50 million a year. He wasn't even playing. but the Miami Heat, right? Y'all confused me, man. So look, y'all play Philly. Y'all beat Philly 101-99. They got turned around, lost 119-96.
Exactly.
Y'all beat Memphis 138-119, but then turn around and lose to Chicago, the team y'all need to beat for real. Forget Memphis, y'all need to beat Chicago.
Facts.
Then you play the Knicks, good win, 127-120.
Mm-hmm.
Then you play the team that's right below y'all, the Nets,
And get
and lose
blown
by
out.
29.
Exactly.
So, but I'm gonna respect y'all for this. All right, y'all not as good as this team because these are champions, but the Warriors, y'all are literally fed up with the regular season. That's how I'm looking at it. Y'all just need y'all waiting for the playoffs for real. This regular season is not going to tell the tale of the playoffs until y'all play one of those big three that we see in the Philly, Milwaukee, or the Celtics. I think if y'all play Philly got so much bagged up for y'all from last year, it might sweep y'all. Like that's how bad Philly wants y'all. But if y'all in the first round, if y'all could survive and get that, well, y'all can't get the 5th seed. I mean, I'm not sure how far away y'all back behind the Knicks, but if y'all can get that 5th seed, y'all can go toe to toe with Cleveland. I believe so, right? But Miami's that playoff team. You don't think so? I think they could. Not saying they would, but they are capable because Miami Heat got that grit. You know, they're a tough team. They got a great coach and Eric Spoelstra. And the 7-game series is way different from the regular season when you can actually have a day or two to actually game plan for the defense and the offense, all that stuff. So I'm not going to count y'all out for being a top 6 seed, but y'all not going to make the Eastern Conference Finals yet, for sure. I can say that for sure.
Hey, I said that already. I said we're not making these conference finals. It's not happening. Now, like I said, we can do something in the playoffs depending on who we play against in the first round. After that, we're not beating Boston. We're not beating Milwaukee. I don't see us beating them in the 7-game series, and we're not beating Philly. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Hey, tell Kev, right? Y'all not the Mavs, right? At least the Mavs are 11th seed right now.
Yeah, we are the 7th seed, sir. We're at least in the play-in. Y'all not. So
he did say that. He did say that. At least y'all didn't play in, but
yeah, don't compare. Right. Don't compare us to y'all. Y'all have 2 superstars on your team. We don't have any. So that should say a lot about your team.
Listen, they probably the most disappointing team. Listen, like we had y'all in the lineup, but y'all so disappointed we took y'all out. We took y'all out the lineup for today's show. I'm sorry, Kev. We had y'all up there. Third topic. But Lamar happened, 49ers happened. We felt like that was better thing to talk about. Sorry, Kev. All right, on to some better teams.
Wow.
I was playing. You know, I got to take my shot when I can. I don't know how long it's going to last, but
exactly.
Like the beam, man. Like the beam. Listen, y'all, I know we don't normally talk about playoff clinching moments in the NBA, right? When you a top 3 seed, because we know it's going to actually happen. But y'all got to understand. I mean, the beam been lit all year.
Like the beam.
Hey, the beam been lit all year, man, after every dub. And y'all got to understand, all right? I'm 32 years old. 32 years old. Larry Bird year coming soon, June 21st. 32 years old. The last time the Kings made the playoffs, I was in the 10th grade.
The more, you got chill.
Bruh,
you got chill. I did my best to hold it in. You just let it out.
I'm gonna stop laughing. All right. It's been a long time, right? These are tears of laughter and sadness, right? So look, it's been tough, y'all, as a Kings fan. I don't know if y'all understand. Tough. I'm already a Commanders fan. It's tough enough. And a Kings fan, come on now. And then to make it worse, at least as a Commander fan, born and raised in DMV, so I know a bunch of Commanders fans, so I don't feel too bad. But I'm the only Kings fan I've been knowing my whole life. So anything that goes towards the Kings, I receive it.
Well,
And
you got Trent now, so you got
well,
somebody.
now I got Trent. I'm talking about in the dark days. All right. I mean, he was the Central Falcons. Right. So the crazy thing is, I became a fan in 01 in the Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, Doug Christie, Hito Turkoglu, Bobby Jackson, Mike Bibby era. Number 1 seed in the West, toe to toe with the Lakers, losing Game 7. Referee cheated, but it's all good. Then it started going down here ever since. Like every year we got worse than that. Made it to the playoffs with Ron Artest and Bonzi Wells and Kevin Martin, right? And we haven't made the playoffs since 2006. So the good thing about this year, not only we're going to break the longest drought in major sports history, all right? We're doing it by knocking down the door. We're not coming like squeezing the playoffs. We are breaking down the door. For those who don't know, right now the Kings are the number 1 offensive team in the league right now. Or should I say NBA history? Right?
What's up, Mama?
Shout out to moms. All right. So right now the Kings are leading the league in points per game. They're leading the league in offensive rating. James Harden game time decision. Okay. They lead the league in offensive rating, leading the NBA history in offensive rating, second in field goal percentage, 4th in assists per game. Offense is prolific. If you haven't watched a full Kings game, tune in tonight against Minnesota. It's a clinching game for the playoffs. The fans will go crazy. In the clutch, so the board, normally when you're a team, right? Joe always listen. Is that exactly? I'm a Luigi guy with Mario. You right. All right. I mean, I like Wake Forest. I'm in the ACC. Why would I pick Wake Forest? You got UNC right there. You got Duke right there. Like, why would I go Wake Forest? At the time, Boston College was good at the time. Virginia was good at the time. Virginia Tech was good at the time. And I chose Wake Forest. Why? Underdog type guy. So look, normally, DeVore, when you're a basketball team, right, and you're a young team, non-experienced playoff team, when moments get tight, you kind of crumble. You don't finish the job. Do you know the Kings are the number 1 clutch team in the NBA? When the pressure is the highest, the Kings show up. Right now in the clutch, the Kings are 1st in points per game, 1st in field goal percentage, 3rd in 3-point percentage, 2nd in turnovers, so we don't turn the ball over, and 5th in steals. I mean, and we got the number 1 clutch guy in De'Aaron Fox. Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, if they not all NBA, I don't know what's going on. All NBA for both of them. Keegan Murray, first team all rookie team. Like the band, that's all I gotta say. Tune in tonight. Oh yeah, by the way, tonight I'm going live on IG. If we win, I gotta respect the opponent. I saw you yesterday, Cat, on this Warriors not fast break, hit that 3. I saw you yesterday. All right, so we're gonna respect y'all. But we gotta take care of business. All right. If we beat Minnesota, I'm going live on IG. Make sure you got tune in. What? Tell you Wake Forest, man. Let's get it. That's all I gotta say. Dave, talk to me.
I mean, what do I really need to say?
Like the V, like the V, like the
Say that. Yeah.
This has been a long time coming for you, Joe. It's been a long time coming. 16 years. That's half my life.
That's half
my life, Joe. I was 15 last time y'all made the playoffs. That's crazy. I was in the 10th grade. I was in the 10th grade, Joe. That's crazy.
Lighting a beam after every win. I understand. Got to appreciate all those victories.
I understand it. Look, I understand it. Look, I've been through years where Miami was trash. I still remember we won 15 games in one season. I said, "What the heck is going on?" So,
I don't think you're on that.
Trust me, I've seen the bad, so I understand it. For me, I just want to see what y'all gonna be able to. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry.
Oh no, your mom said to have her life.
That's funny. That's funny. But
dang, everybody, hey, listen, we ain't asking y'all to tell us where you were when the last time they made a game. Right? This ain't no historic moment. All right. I mean, actually, it is, but
it is a historic moment.
You know how you all remember when something happened? Like,
trust me, Joe, we gonna remember this. This we're gonna remember this.
I don't remember them being in the playoffs when I was 15.
I don't remember either. That's crazy. Oh man. But I'm not here to joke on the Kings. I'm here to pretty much give y'all praise, man, because you said it before the season started that y'all were gonna be a top 6 seed, top 5 seed, something like that. And y'all are top 3 right now.
Let's go.
Y'all have been playing well, man. I mean, of course, you know your defense hasn't really been up to par to what you wanted to be, but your offense has been historic. I mean, I guess in this day and age, do you really need defense? I mean, you do at the end of the day to win a championship because the Warriors had a good defense. The Warriors had a really good defense last year. And then, the Celtics had a good defense. That's why they got to the finals. The Bucks had a really good defense. That's why they were able to win the finals. So at the end of the day, you need a defense. But, I mean, your offense, it's just crazy. Y'all are what, 5-0 on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't lost a game on national TV.
And we
mean,
actually lost the last one against Boston.
Okay, so you lost to what, 5-1 on TV?
4-1.
What's that look like?
What?
Being on national TV. What's that like? I feel like the first time ever.
Ain't the first time ever. But no, I'm not gonna lie. When we on TV though, like on TNT, ESPN, I try to go out and watch the game, because I don't live in Sacramento, so like I try to go around people and watch it. I'm on League Pass all the time watching this.
Yeah, but I mean, the team has been really good. It's been really good. So it's not much bad I can really say. I definitely hope your defense improves for the playoffs, because you need that in order to advance to the finals. And depending on your matchup, you got to be careful who you play, because if the Warriors fall, then you got to worry about playing them in the first round.
Right now, we matching up with them right now.
So that's something that you got to worry about. And you said the Warriors is a scary team, so I don't
want to play the Warriors first round.
So who knows how that happens? But I mean, Sabonis has been Mr. Double-Double. Fox has been the clutchest player in the fourth quarter this year. You got Malik Monk having historic games. He had a 40-point game. He had a 45-point game.
6-man.
Definitely can be 6-man of the year. But we got Malcolm Brogdon and who was it? Well, I don't know if he can.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis. I don't know if the other guy's gonna qualify now because Russ is there. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to qualify. But Norman Powell, I was thinking about him too. So you got people that's out there, but I mean, we at least know you're gonna more than likely have the NBA Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah,
Mike Brown.
Hands down.
Because and there were a lot of people that were down to him before he got to the Kings, said that he wasn't going to be good enough. He wasn't going to really help y'all do nothing. He's not a good coach. He was only a coach because of LeBron. LeBron made him. And look at what he did. I thought that Mike Brown was a good hire for y'all. I thought he was a good coach. And look at what he did. Look at what he did. He got y'all to the top 3 seed in the West, clinched the playoff spot if you win tonight. So, I mean, I just want to see the game. That's it. I'm gonna be right in my room watching the game. So
let's get it. DeVore,
like the bean.
Let's go.
All jokes aside, congratulations to you, Joe. Like, I didn't even know what a Sacramento Kings fan looked like until I met you, and I see the daggone post on Instagram. That's I'm just keeping it 100. And also, like, I'm glad my boy Domantas Sabonis gets some smoke with the Sacramento Kings. I feel like he's kind of like the key to y'all success, for y'all to be able to run that 5-out thing. His ability to space the floor, shoot the 3. De'Aaron Fox, one of the top ISO guys in the game, clutch too. But I ain't got really much to say about the Kings. I wish y'all nothing but the best. The defensive thing is concerning when we get into the playoffs, when they start getting a little bit more physical. But I ain't gonna be negative today. I'm gonna say it for the playoffs. I'm gonna say it for the playoffs. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that. I will let y'all have y'all moment. They probably gonna shut down. They probably gonna shut down Sacramento for
For real,
tomorrow
I'm
and have the kids had a day off or something. If y'all win, if
no,
y'all
for
clinch.
real. For real. No, they've been asking all the players. All the players like, I mean, regular day. Like we knew we was gonna make the playoffs, but the fans can celebrate. They might shut down the whole city. but no, though the address. Say one thing before we wrap up. The defense, right? Defense is concerning. One thing about us, we make key stops and key moments. I think that's gonna be key with this playoff run. You look at the West. There's only one good defensive team. That's Memphis. Everybody else is not good. So I look at the playoff. I think we have a good shot to make a run because of that. Because our offense overshadows our defense. Like we are always in the game because of our offense. And people say you slow down in the playoffs. I like what our assistant coach Jordy Fernandez. It was like the playoffs and stuff slow down. He said, "Listen, we won't slow down. We gonna get faster." I'm like, "Let's go, man. We're not gonna follow that lead because we got a different team. We got some bonus."
It sounds
Because
good.
because the bonus. Yeah, it sounds good. I can't wait. I can't wait. April 15th. Let's go. April 15th. And look, with this comment right here, I don't want to hear nothing about the Lakers, man. All right. Don't talk about the Lakers. First of all, we the third seed. You can't, they're not gonna be the 6th seed. Let's stop there. All right. So I don't want to hear nothing about LA. We had them on the block too, but Pat Bag put the little too small on us. So we had to take them out the lineup. So let's move on. All right. So like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know why my thing's slow. There we go. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can go back and rewatch it. All right, and watch it. And then appreciate y'all in the comment section. Y'all are always in the comments. Like the beam. My man Cardo. Like the beam. All right. Appreciate y'all in the comments, like that comment right there. Appreciate y'all a lot. Y'all always in the comment section. We love y'all, man. And shout out to Devore. I know we linked the accounts today. So shout out to everybody that came through his account. All right. And Dave, talk about those IG chats one last time.
Yeah, man. So the IG chats, man, we pretty much have everything in there. As you saw, I put the news about John Morant. Not John Morant, sorry, about James Harden being a game transition for the game tonight. So we put all those news out there on the in the IG chats immediately, right before you see it on Twitter, before you see it on ESPN, before you get it from the Bleacher Report. We put that news out there for you. And that's NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football, and college basketball, boxing, and WNBA is mixed in with the NBA. We just haven't had much news about the WNBA, so we haven't really posted anything about that yet. But we will put more out there. But shout out to Kyler Charles, who's going to the Seattle Storm this year. Me and Joe know her personally, so we just want to give her a shout out. She's going to be in the WNBA. She's back in the WNBA this year. And then I didn't do this before, but shout out to Women's History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the women. Appreciate you for everything you've done, everything you do. Without y'all, there would be no us. And you always support us and do everything you need to do. We appreciate you. And the Refuse to Lose chat, we pretty much talk about any and everything in there. We debate. We link up as far as businesses, no matter what it is. It's a brotherhood. It's a family. We lock in. We have healthy debates, healthy bets. We do everything in there. We talk about parlays, everything. All of that is in there. So that's pretty much the chats. If you want to get into any of those chats, you put your IG name in the comment section. We can add you in there. The only one that you don't automatically get is the Refuse to Lose. You got to be able to be active in the other chats, active in the comment section, and you got to come on the show.
Let's get it. All right, get these last words in. All right, last words we wrote out. All I gotta say is light the beam. Light the beam tonight. Let's go, Kings. Let's go. We watching.
All I gotta say is Miami, get a win and get consecutive wins, please. Come on, do something.
And Devore, on your last words, talk about what you got going on also on your show.
Oh, okay. So first things first, appreciate you having me on the show this evening. Shout out to you and your Kings. Like y'all about to make history tonight, hopefully. But as far as my channel's going on, the Devore Controversial, like we talk about a whole bunch of different things. We doing the football, the basketball, the culture, movie reviews now. I'm currently working on a deep pod. Like, it's gonna be a very, very good pod. I ain't gonna reveal what it is yet, but it's gonna be a good pod coming up. So again, shout out to you, Joe, for having me on the show.
Let's get it, y'all. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.